Newcastle United fans woke up with a flea in their ear this week, and it's no wonder. There are big names in the squad making strong decisions behind the scenes, and the atmosphere there is no longer the same. Liverpool remains firmly in pursuit of a Magpies star, and now the situation has taken a new turn, complete with a multi-million-dollar demand and internal concerns revealed by Eddie Howe. But before I spill the beans and tell you everything that's going on, subscribe to the Magpies news channel and leave a like, because today's episode is hot, and you won't want to miss out on all this. Alexander Isak, Newcastle's main striker and one of the most highly valued names in the current squad, has reportedly made it clear that he's ready to explore new horizons this summer. And Liverpool's interest, which was already on their radar, is now entering an even more serious phase. Sources reveal that Isak has informed Newcastle's board of his intention to consider a departure, provided a very specific condition is met. According to the Middle Eastern press, the Swede has received inquiries from Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal, but he doesn't want to give up European football so easily. To accept the Saudi offer, Isak reportedly demanded an annual salary of over $60 million, plus a far from modest benefits package. But the message to Liverpool was also delivered. The player would be willing to listen to an offer, but expects a competitive project, with sporting ambition and a leading role. The offer needs to be substantial, and not just financially. Journalist Fabrizio Romano, always well-informed on behind-the-scenes matters, stated that Liverpool has already initiated talks with Isak and is monitoring Newcastle's movements in the transfer market. According to him, the St. James's Park club is trying to get ahead of the game and is looking for a worthy replacement. And the hottest name on the table is Benjamin Sesko. Newcastle has already signaled its desire to make an offer for Sesko, but the negotiation will be anything but easy. RB Leipzig has set a price of $70 to $80 million, plus $10 million in bonuses. Furthermore, there's a gentleman's agreement with the player. He'll only leave if it's for a club they consider special. Liverpool, despite recently signing Hugo Ekitike, hasn't taken Isak off their radar. On the contrary, they're continuing to hold talks and paving the way for a major move. And if you think this whole turnaround caught manager Eddie Howe by surprise, think again. According to a report in The Independent, the manager had been expressing internal concerns about Isak since the beginning of the summer. Reports suggest that Howe shared these concerns with key figures within the club, well before news of Liverpool's interest leaked to the media. In other words, this story has more layers than it seemed. There's tension behind the scenes that has been pent up for weeks, and now it's starting to spill over. The relationship between the club and the player appears to be at a delicate point, and Newcastle's response could determine the course not only of Isak's future, but also the club's future for the season. Besides Liverpool, other giants like Arsenal and even Manchester United have been monitoring the situation, but have not moved forward due to the high asking price. Currently, the Anfield club is the closest to making this deal happen. However, as always, Saudi Arabia could change the game in a matter of hours. If they decide to pay Isak's demands, the dispute could be out of the Premier League's hands. Newcastle fans, at this moment, are watching everything with a mixture of anxiety and distrust. Isak's stay has become a soap opera, and the outcome is still up in the air. The situation is simmering behind the scenes at St. James's Park. Liverpool is making moves, the player is setting conditions, and Eddie Howe has been concerned about what's happening. Now, all that remains to be seen is whether Newcastle's board will give in, put their foot down, or surprise the market with a worthy replacement. So, fans, what would you do in the board's shoes? Sell now and cash in, or hold on to Isak at all costs? Comment below, like, and subscribe to the Magpies news channel, because if there's a turnaround, you'll be the first to know here. See you next time.